Hello lovelies, so welcome to my refresh my makeup collection video. Today we are going to declutter and refresh it with some new purchases. Collection. And the first thing first, sorry for my voice, it's the temperature is floating between 30 and 10 degrees here in Budapest, Hungary, so I got a kind of cold. And if you follow me on Instagram, first of course you should, I have already made some this is the current collection. As you see, some of them are so used. A disclaimer over here, I'm a stay-at-home mom for a year now, and I have not used most of my makeup until February, only for celebrations or anything. Before of that I did makeup every day because of my work, and some of them are really good, some of them are expired makeup over here. Okay, first thing first, let's start with the MAC little palette. I bought it quite many years ago, and since MAC is not cruelty free, I'm going to declutter this one and give the packaging to one of my friends who use MAC as well. Same thing, this Becca highlight is in vanilla quartz. That's also very old, so also keep it decluttered. And that's just a puffy. I think I'm keeping these puffies and make them a good wash. I have a few. It's just if I'm do other people's makeup, like friends or sisters, I don't like to touch their face with my bare hand, so that's why I'm keeping a few, but give them a good wash first. Yeah, this is still unopened, sealed one from H&M. That's a bloating paper. I think it's could not. Yeah, maybe it could not expire, but it's so old as well. They're keeping it. Then going on to the base products. This Mossa one is not an old BB cream. How is it focus? Yes, it's focus, but the smell of it, I really don't like any perfumed makeup, and this is one of them. But I think since it's natural cosmetics, I will give it to one of my friends. Then the Airbrush Flawless Foundation. I bought it around a year ago or 2 years ago. Come on, it's not focusing at all. I think it's already expired. This one. Then the setting spray, it's barely left something. I bought it last year. I think I have to order a new one. I really like this flawless setting spray from Charlotte Tilbury. And then the fluid line, Aqua Fluid Photoderm from Bioderm. That's an tinted moisturizer with SPF in it, with SPF 50. It's from the French Pharmacy line. It's a very good one as well. I bought it, I don't know, a few, like it's for 6 months only, but I think I bought it in last December or something, so it's nearly 6 months ish, but I have to repurchase a new one, and it's nearly finished up, this one. And then let's go to the face powders and palettes. Okay, the first one is this one from Charlotte Tilbury, and that is the Filmstar Glow and Bronzed. I think it's also around 2 years when I bought this one. I ordered this one together with my setting powder. Setting powder also nearly 2 years. Usually I don't finish up the full size items, but this one I really like, and I think I will finish it up shortly and order a refill from it. So these are keeping. Natasha Denona mini blush and glow. Yes, I am a sucker for mini makeups to be honest, because you have just one face and you don't use it up. To be honest, it's a very beautiful pink shade, but usually I'm not a pink person. My favorite blushes are the NARS Orgasm, which is like a peach shimmery brush, and the Tarte Party, which is like what I would describe like it's not a blush at all. Same goes with this Hourglass palette. It's very old and it's already broken, but I think it was a limited edition like 3 years ago, and I traveled with it so much, but I think I could not even close it. I think I have to declutter this one as well right away. So far I'm keeping only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, Natasha Anastasia, sorry, not Natasha, Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. To be honest, I love that palette. I used it so many times. For me it's a bit big, so that's why I ordered its smaller version. I will just show you in a few minutes. Then this is a Tartelette in Bloom palette. Honestly, it smells so good, and that's a very beautiful natural palette. I used it, but not enough. Maybe too many colors I had, especially these darks I never used or barely used. These lighter shades I used a lot, but this one is very similar to my bronzing color, which I use. So on the first one is the concealer I use. This is the In Cover Up from RMS Beauty. It's well loved, so I think I have to repurchase this one shortly, but I didn't buy any replacement yet. Then on to the other eyeliner. That's a single eyeshadow from Charlotte Tilbury. That's a rose gold one. I really love it, but I think it's already expired, so I have to declutter this one as well, or maybe if I buy a new one, because that's really my go-to shade if I don't do any makeup. And then the eyeliner. The eyeliner is the one which I barely buy high-end one, because also some of the drugstore like this Catrice is a really good version, but as you see I used more the brown than the black. Honestly, I don't know whether they are expired or not. I bought them last year, so not yet. So keeping both, but shortly I have to buy a new brown one as well because it's so small. This liquid liner is a L'Oreal one. First of all, it's not cruelty free, and for sure it's expired already. And then the mascaras. Okay, this is a druggery marked own mark. Trendy Top mascara. The brown is my favorite, and then I bought the black one, but I barely use the black one. The brown I use like every day, and that was the only makeup product which I was using every day during my last year when I was first year postpartum at home. I bought this one in December, so I think it's should be decluttered. The only problem, I was searched for this mascara. It's so cheap, like around 1,000 forints, so it's like €3 more or less, but it was sold out everywhere, so I bought another type of mascara instead of these. The next thing which I have over here is the e.l.f. Instant Brow Pencil. Honestly, I didn't like this product, so it should go. And then the Madara, if I pronounce it well, Grow and Fix. This is one of my favorite products as well. That was the other one which I used so frequently, so it's barely left anything in it. And I also purchased this one in January, so I think I have to purchase a new one instead of this. It's not expired, but yeah, you can see that it's a clear brow gel, but I used for my brow some other products, so that's why it's a bit brown there. And we have fake lashes which never expires, and there is no glue in it, so that's the only problem, that if I wish to use it I have to buy a glue for that one. So on to lips. I already realized that I'm missing one, Charlotte Tilbury's Carina Star, which is my go-to summer lipstick. So it's somewhere in my bag, but I'm keeping it for sure. Okay, let's start with the primer. It's already expired. I don't like it, so it's good go. And then another very great find from Essence is the Soft and Precise lip liner. They are like €1 price, and I have in 3 colors. I bought them I think in February. Just I liked this one shade, which is this one, so much, and then I bought 2 more which are matched to my lipsticks, so I'm keeping these. This one is a Tartist one. I don't really use it, but to be honest, that's a shade which is like a neon pink shade, is not my color at all, so that's why I'm showing it for you just in a second. I think it's already very old, so this is a very, very beautiful pink shade, but I never use at all. Oh, I have the Charlotte Tilbury, the Queen, which is very similar to that, so that's why I had this. This is the one. I'm keeping this, even I don't use it so often, but sometimes it's a good shape. It's good to have, at least. Then I have the PillowTalk from Charlotte Tilbury as well. That's my go-to nude. Keeping it, but shortly have to repurchase it since it's so empty. And then I have 2 Bobbi Brown Luxe lip colors. One of them is Sunset Orange and the other one is the Parisian Red. Both of them are so beautiful colors. As you see, it's well loved. Over here is the other one, the orange color, but to be honest, they are very old and not cruelty free at all, so then going to declutter them. And the same goes with my winter shade, which is the Estee Lauder Rose Xccess. It smells so good, but I barely used it. That's the shade. I have to find a new one from this exact shade, but the one which is also not tested in animals. And then I have a Dior Rouge 999. I got it for Christmas from my parents, so they didn't know that I'm not using anymore non-cruelty free products. But this shade, oh my god, it's beautiful. You can see this one here. It's a beautiful matte shade, so for sure I'm keeping it. It's still in the packaging. And then the last thing is the Lanolips tinted lip balm. I think it's also expired as well, yes, for sure. But since I didn't repurchase any lip glosses or anything, I'm going to keep it maybe for 1 more month or something like this. It's beautiful shade as well. So here are what I'm keeping, and these are going to the trash. And next up, let me show you all of the new things that I have purchased in the last 2 months. So it's more or less about 200 euros makeup, but it's didn't purchase one time, it's purchased around 2 months-ish time. Once. And next up, let me show you all of the new things that I have purchased in the last 2 months. So it's more or less about 200 euros makeup, but it's didn't purchase one time, it's purchased around 2 months-ish time. So the first things, I got a few samples. These are from Tilbury, and they are their new perfume line. I choose to Euphoria and La Frequency. I got a cold now, so I don't know whether I could smell them. With my other order, I had the PillowTalk push-up lips and the magic serum sample. I think it's a very good thing, little one, so I will not buy any black mascara. I just use this if I need it, because I think it will be in a half year, it will be like 3-4 times maximum of it. Then it was from my other order, the Garland, which is from Douglas, and this Lancome facelift also from Douglas. Okay, so these are the actual products. All of them are purchased by me, except this bronzer was a gift if you purchase over 90 euros. That's a full size Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Kiss Sun-Kissed bronzer. I choose the shade Fair. If you are not familiar with Charlotte Tilbury's website, they do have very good beauty profile service, which is like an AI service, and they suggest you your makeup colors and foundation matches which you should buy. So this is actually beautiful, and it's giant. I didn't expect this will be that big. So this is the color, and that's a cream bronzer. I think I'm going to use with my Shiseido small brush. Then I also purchased a liquid highlighter, which is the Hollywood Flawless Filter, and this is the mini, the travel size, because I know that I will not need that many times highlighter, which is not a powder highlighter. I cannot open it well. I show it for you. Look how cute is this one. It's just 5.5 milliliter, but I think it will be enough for me for 1 year as well. And then next to the Bioderm tinted moisturizer, I wanted to have extra foundation, so I used the Beautiful Skin foundation, and as it suggested, it's a perfect match. It's the 4 natural for me, and that's middle to full coverage. Maybe it's buildable coverages. So I talked about that I didn't find any brown mascara, so then I choose this Rimmel Thriller Seeker, if I pronounce it well, black brown mascara. Same type of brush as my favorite one, the Trendy Tap or the Better Than Sex mascara. I hope it will be working as well. And from the drugstore, I also choose a liquid lip liner. That's from Bourjois, and that's a clear brow gel from Max Factor, 200 calories. I want to repurchase for sure the other one, the Madara, but until I don't have time or it's out of stock, and it will be very good. Then the 2 Charlotte Tilbury products. This is the brow pencil. It's called Brow Lift, and it's the natural brown, which was my match on the side. And that's also great that it's a refillable version, so next time if it's over, then I will just have to buy a small refill one of that. And then there is also an eyeliner, which is the PillowTalk eyeliner. That's a brownish burgundy eyeliner. I will just show it on my hand in a second. And this is the eyeliner and the PillowTalk one. That's a burgundy brown. Hope I can use it for so long time. And also purchased the PillowTalk palette. Here are the 4 instruction and color name, maybe. No, that's just the instructions, sorry. And that's the actual palette. It's also for 30 months. That's so luxurious. And here are the colors. I think these are beautiful. 2 of them are matte. It's like a satin and a shimmery finish. That's a matte pinkish tone, then a bit more brownish one, the satin, and here is last but not least is the shimmery one. That's very similar to the one which I was decluttered. That's the rose gold, this one. So maybe I don't need to, no, well, it's more intense in the pot, the jar one. The Eyes to Mesmerize is more intense.